Yes, from Aro-Tarot here, and I'm doing another drawing video while I answer questions for the hashtag 31 Days of Tarot 19. Yes, so I don't actually know how many questions I'm going to be answering in this video. I'm like really behind on just doing the vids. Literally, I just have to edit the first one I'm going to be putting up, and then the second one I just have to film, and I haven't felt like filming it. And then this one, I just needed to record it because I already have the footage, you know? So, yeah. Some of the questions, like, coming up and just, that's, you know, are very, like, short answered. Like, I think there's, yeah, literally for day 20 is just, I guess, da-da-da. So I don't know how many questions I'm going to get through, just to make the video, like, an appropriate length and make the drawing not too fast. I do know what picture should be in this video. For the days, what days were those? 14, 15, and 16, I did Cassius. And right after I did Cassius, I had filmed myself drawing Charlotte, my character, who I've drawn before on the channel. I think literally even earlier in this challenge, maybe. I can't remember. I think that was for one of my other ones. But yeah, so in this video, it should just be Charlotte, and it was just like me just coloring a quick little drawing that I did of her so that I could have like her and Cassius like on the pages facing each other with some cute washi tape, just to make it all pretty so I could be like, oh my god, look at them, no? So, you know, because like literally in the story they end up in a queer platonic relationship. So I just wanted them next to each other. So, yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and start answering some questions. So, day 18 is what cards relate to you personally, not just your astrological associations or court cards. And with the one, it kind of as a card relates to me with my astrological association court card. Like it's the Knight of Cups, and it's not just that relating to me. Like the Knight of Cups is like literally like my favorite card. It's the card from my favorite deck that got me into tarot. So like when I think of myself with tarot, that's one of the cards that I think of, obviously. And then also because the card that got me into it is the Justice League Tarot, like that card is Nightwing, and I love Nightwing. Like, I wish I could be more like Nightwing. He's just, yes, like ever since I was a kid, you know, watching Batman the Animated Series, I was like, oh my god, Dick Grayson, I love you, you're my husband, you're so funny, but also, like, I want to be more like you as well, because you're just so cool. Like, you're funny, and you're nice, and you're cute, and you're cool, and oh my god, sweater vest. And that's why I like sweater vests. But yeah, it's kind of just, like, wishing I was as cool as, like, Nightwing as well, except for, like, the current arc going on in the comics, because I am literally at this point just getting them so I can just have all of them, because I literally am not even reading the current ones because they are trash. Like, I hate the arc that's going on right now with the whole losing the memory thing and he's actually Rick Grayson now, and it's like, this is so stupid. Like, are you trying to just kill him off? Like, literally, like, it is bad. I hate it so much. So I'm, like, not even reading it. I'm just buying it so I could, like, just have them all. And then, obviously, if something, like, big and important goes down, well, I don't have to, like, look it up online or, like, just see it on my dash or something that, oh shit, something happened, because I'll know something happened because I always skim to the end of the comics just so I could see, Well, he's not dead yet, so I guess that's at least something. Yeah, so the other card that I think of when I think of myself and magic and just relating to that and even the more creative side would be the Magician. I don't know, like, it's more something that's just been more, like, lately. I mean, just in general, I have, like, never felt a connection with the High Priestess, like, at all. Like, out of the two, it's always been, like, the Magician is, like, the me, which, I mean, makes sense. Like, I don't know, like, the Magician and, like, what he stands for makes more sense with me than, like, the High Priestess. And then, you know, obviously the Magician's usually drawn as a guy, and the High Priestess is drawn as a girl because, you know, of the whole masculine, feminine thing. And while I'm not masculine or feminine, I definitely identify more with the masculine kind of side of things. Even though I'm not masculine, I'm literally just Des, but, you know, like, whatever. There has been, like, times in the past where I feel masculine, so, like, I'm just more inclined to, like, go in that direction. So, the Magician, definitely. But even just more lately, like, the Magician is, like, I don't know, like, it's slowly become one of my more favorite tarot cards. It was always, like, I really like this card, but, like, it's becoming one of my favorites out of the majors and just tarot in general, and I don't know, I just feel it with Magician, which just, yeah, relating to me in the more magical tarot sense, and just the creativity sense, too. Another major card would definitely be Justice, which also deals with my, you know, astrological associations, but just justice for ideology. But yeah, like, it was a bit hard for me to pick one, and just, even just cards in general, because usually when it comes to tarot, I don't feel a connection with myself with cards. It's just, my connection to things come from passion and not whether I can really relate to something. So, like, it's not necessarily relating, but, like, usually when I connect to things, it's, you know, passion, not, like, I don't know, like, you know, like, when I connect to something, it's on the more passionate, like, love kind of thing, not just, like, because I can relate to something. Like, just even with characters, like, I can even say, like, Nightwing, like, do I relate to Nightwing? No. But, like, I love Nightwing so much, and therefore, like, I think of Nightwing, and he's important, you know? Like, he shaped my childhood. Like, but I don't connect to him. It's the same, like, with even just characters and shows. I never connect to characters and shows, but, like, I'll love them and become passionate about them and just the shows, and just go, you know, but I don't actually connect to them. It's very hard for me to connect to things, especially in music. Like, music is always weird for me because I don't connect to, like, any songs, like, at all, like, ever, especially since most songs are even written about, like, sex and romance, which, you know, something I don't experience. But just in general, like, I don't really relate to I don't relate to songs or, like, even feel like a connection. I just really like them. Like, do I really connect and relate to any song by my favorite band? No, not really. But gosh darn, those are some good bops. Like, I love the music, love the singing. Like, I am gonna be bobbing my head, you know? So, yeah. Anyway, so 19 is, if you were shipwrecked on a desert island, which 5 tarot oracle decks would you have with you and why? And see, this is an interesting question because it's another one where you'd be like, Des, you know, just like from one of the previous days, why are you not showing what decks that you'd bring on the deserted island? And that's simply because literally there is only one deck I would bring with me on a desert island, and is literally the deck that I already mentioned earlier because I mention it all the time, and that's just Justice League Tarot. And, like, literally, like, the only reason I'd bring the Justice League is, like, so I'd have a deck with me, and, like, that's the deck that, like, is my soul. And I even have an actual backup, too, like, in case, like, worst came to worst. Like, that one's kind of, like, my collector / could be a backup if something terrible happened to my cards, like, yeah. But, like, the Justice League is just a deck that I usually just take with me anyway, so I would take Justice League Tarot. That is literally it, because I don't want my cards to get ruined. Like, you go on a deserted island, just there's sand everywhere, and there's water everywhere, and, like, you're probably dying, like, who knows, there could be, like, creatures on the island that can kill ya, who knows, like, I don't want my cards getting messed up, like, I don't like it, and, like, even some of my favorite decks, like, for instance, Vertigo Tarot, would I take the Vertigo Tarot with me on a deserted island? Like, hell no, because if I lost the card on the island, what the hell am I gonna do, like, I can't replace it. So I don't like the idea of just bringing decks with me on a deserted island, Like, I just wouldn't, I just don't want them to get ruined, like, get rained on, because I don't have any shelter, like, if it was like, Des, you're going on a trip, if that was the question, then gosh darn, I could try to think of 5 decks to bring with me. It'd be hard, but I could try to. But if it's shipwrecked on a deserted island, I definitely would only wish that I had the Justice League with me. And honestly, I kind of don't even want the Justice League with me at the same time, because, like, I wouldn't even want those getting messed up, Like, that's why this question's kind of hard, because I don't want them to get fucked up. I don't want any of my cards to get messed up. So, like, they can get all, like, beat up and stuff from, like, use, but I don't want them to get rained on. Like, there could be, like, a hurricane coming, and I just don't want my cards getting messed up. So, like, that's my final answer, like, none. But if I have to pick one, it'd just be Justice League. And I'm literally not even going to bother showing it, because I literally talk about that deck all the freaking time. So, yeah. Okay, so question 20, because this has only been 12 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and do question 20, because that's really easy. And it's, what is your favorite tarot spread at the moment? And, like, I can't think of anything. I guess maybe just literally just drawing single cards. Or maybe, like, a 3-card weekly pull. I don't usually have, like, favorite tarot spreads. They're more of just, like, this is my go-to for, like, this is what I use to interview decks with. This is just a daily pull. My weekly pull is a 3-card pull, which is the same exact spread as my monthly pull. And then usually, if I need to do something, I just come up with a spread on the spot, or just talk to the deck, or I'm just having fun, like, literally just hanging out with my brother, just finding spreads to do, like, I usually don't have, like, favorite spreads at the moment, so, yeah. So, might as well go on, since this is only 13 minutes. So, 21, do you use the tarot for mediumship readings? Why or why not? And if no, would you like to? And I have once to communicate with a spirit. And then there was also a spread in the 365 Tarot Spreads book that lets you talk to an ancestor. And we did that. Me, my brother, and my mom, we all did that. Yeah, so those are the only times that I have. And it's not like it's something that I'm not interested in. It's just not really my area, and I'd much rather just, if I'm using my cards to communicate with something, it would be more so to communicate, like, with gods, which is something that, like, literally, that's how I communicate to, like, my gods. Like, literally, I use tarot. Like, that's literally what I use, so, yeah, that would probably be pretty much it. Like, yeah, so not really, like, human spirits, I guess. Might as well go ahead. Let's do question 22. Where is one place in the world you would love to read the tarot and why? And it could be a sacred site, event, mystical shop, anything. And, like, honestly, I literally can only think of choosing places that I would just want to travel to. Because if I got to read tarot there, that means that I'm at the location. So, like, if I'm like, oh, I'd love to read tarot there, you know, like, and then I got to read tarot there, well, I guess I'm at the place that, like, I figured it would be always cool to just go to in general. You know, so I could be like, ah, yes, like, it'd be so cool to, like, go to Japan. Or, I always think that Ireland's really pretty. New Orleans, so I can eat food. Literally, I will go to every single place that is good to eat food, and I'll read tarot there so I can eat the food, because I really like food. But yeah, like, there isn't, like, any specific place that, like, I would want to go to read tarot. Like, some people would probably be like, you know, like, some place that's, like, you know, like, literally, I think even the question, like, yeah, like, a sacred sign or, like, an event or something, or, like, a mystical shop, like, nah, I'm good. Like, there's not any, like, specific areas I'd want to go. Like, I'm fine literally just pulling cards for myself, like, in my bedroom while I'm sitting at my desk. Like, I'm completely fine. Oh, yes, actually, I would love to read, like, literally, even just, like, people I'd even want to read for, the only people I could really think of would probably just be, like, people that I would just want to talk to, like, all-time low, hi, I love you, like, can I give you a reading, like, like, yeah, which I've met them on multiple occasions, like, Jack and Ryan are so nice. But yeah, like, there isn't really any place specifically I'd want to actually go to just to read tarot. Mostly, I would just want to go to a place so I can eat the food. Like, that's what always drives me. Like, Mom and, like, my brother would be like, oh, man, it'd be cool if we could go to, like, New Orleans one day and we could check out, like, the, you know, like, the places and the events, you know, and then I'm like, and the food. And they're like, yeah, the food's supposed to be good. And what about this and this? And I'll be like, and the food. Des, you already said that. And the food. Food is what drives me. I want to go places so I can eat the food. But yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end the questions there, since the next question does bring up what's your most sassy and gentle tarot deck, and that one I at least can pull some decks out that are not the Justice League Tarot, which I always talk about. So yeah, I guess that's it. So this was day 18 to 22. And I'm Des from Aro-Tarot, and I'm gonna go ahead and log off now, so bye!